as far as modeling nonlinear regression, we need to make sure that you know how to do those, how to punch that in your calculator. So that needs to be figured out if you didn't already figure it out. All of those shenanigans, right? Make sure you know how to do logarithmic regression and power regression and all of the things. Basically all the ones that, like, if you go through what probably should have been the homework problems, if you go and it says find the exponential function, find the, it says other ones, where is it? Find the logistic function, find the logarithmic function. Make sure you can do the regression for each one of those, and I would make sure you know how to do power function. It should all be in the same place, so if you know how to do one, you know how to do the other. But make sure you know how to punch those in your calculator and write the equation, and you're pretty easy to go from there, right? So, were you here on Tuesday or no? No, you weren't here on Tuesday. So it's something on the calculator. So like on the problems, that video will also come out eventually. That would have been out sooner, but we're switching 2 rooms of our house and going out of town tomorrow afternoon to Oklahoma to pick up some parrots and come back. And so we will get videos and questions answered and whatever else and all the things. And obviously we'll take my computer and can answer questions Friday evening and all the stuff. So, it's a thing on your calculator that lets you put in a table of numbers and then be like, okay, if this was linear, what would the equation be? Or if this was an exponential function, what would the equation be? So it's under stats in there and all of that stuff. So y'all flip to like pages 212 through 215 and scrub through there. And let me know if there's any that you're like, yeah, I feel like I'm probably kind of shaky on that and could use some in-person assistance with it. And we can do some of those. And depending on your confidence level, it may just be an easy, you're good to go or good to practice while you're here, and I can grade some papers and you can practice some stuff. And if you get stuck, we can jump back in either way. Is, because you have a test on Tuesday. Anything jumping out to anybody? Like on 3-3? Is there one or two in particular that are jumping and are like, okay, that's scary. 35. Okay, sure. Expand the log. This is page 213, number 35. And we're supposed to expand the log of the square root, right? That's what starts, yes. Square root of g times j to the 5th k over 100. Oh yeah. That 100 is kind of cutesy because it's going to kind of poof away eventually. Kind of. All right, so where would we start to expand this nonsense?
Like write it out, the top minus the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So we've got the quotient rule, so the log of the numerator. We could also go ahead and write this radical as a power because we're probably going to want to do that later, right? So log of g times j to the 5th k to the 1/2 minus the log of 100. What now? Yes, which is, yeah, that's the thing that you were making a mistake on the homework. Or you have to do that first and then this one, right? Okay, so the log of g times j to the 5th times k minus, what's the log of 100?
2.
It is 2. Because 10 squared is 100. Okay, what now?
Now we can split the first one up.
How?
1/2 log times g plus 1/2 log times.
Oh yeah, that's fine. We can go ahead and, instead of weighting and distributing, that's totally fine. Log of g plus 1/2 log of j to the 5th plus 1/2 log of k minus 2. One more thing that we can do. What can we do?
Bring the 5 back up.
We could bring the 5 out. So I would write this. You could write the 1/2. So this is preference. What I would do it this way because I like this better. But this is not necessarily better than leaving the 1/2 in the front. But I like this better, so this is what I would do. Yeah, there you go. All right, what else?
If you didn't want to write it like that, would you do just multiply the 5 onto the 1/2 and do 2 halves?
5 halves, right?
Yeah.
You meant 2.5, but I would definitely leave it as 5 halves instead of 2.5, because that's going to get real messy looking to try to switch that into a mixed number. All right, what else?
Are the ones on week 4 the ones that we did this week?
On Tuesday, yeah.
Well, like for this one.
This homework would have been 3-5. Should have been 3-5, but I didn't put it right.
But like, would you, on like 41, would you do it like A and then A?
You'd factor it. Do you want to look at it?
Well, I think I know how, he did it in the other video a different way. He said e to the x equal to a, and then so a squared would be e to the 2x, and then you did.
Oh yeah, usually we would use u, but yeah, same idea. Yes, you could do, if you want to use that substitutive method and then put it back in, that's fine. That's totally fine. But yeah, either way, you're going to factor it and then shove stuff back in at the end if you do it that way.
And then solving these, when since it has the same base, like log base 2 or log base 6, and they're all that the logs can go with.
No, not until you combine them. Because remember, that's what, like that one that you were asking about on Tuesday. It would have to be log something equals log base something equals log base something, not plus minus whatever. So you'd have to use properties to smoosh one side into one log, and then the logs would go away. So like on the first one, or on 43, you'd have to turn that into log base 2 of 3x equals log base 2 of 18.
And then 44, can you move one to the other side? Or is there another way to do it?
No, you wouldn't want to move them to the other side because you wouldn't be able to, like the 2 would be just stuck floating. You would do the same thing. You would combine them together and turn that into log base 6 of x times x minus 5 equals 2. And then what I would do is I would put it into exponential form and do like 6 squared equals all that x stuff. What else? That's fine. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grade some papers. If y'all want to work on the study guide here and see if there's anything or the practice test and see if there's anything you do run across that you're having trouble with, that's fine. If you want to walk out the door and leave, that's also fine. Do whatever is best for you, your math, your mental health, and all the other things to prepare for the test on Tuesday.
Can you help me with the regression thing?
Yeah, to help you figure it out on your calculator? Sure. Yeah. Did you figure out how to put the table in? It's not in table, it's in the stat. You'll use the stats one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm there.
Okay. It's in like two variable statistics, something or other. I think I was able to figure out on there